Hello, my name is Edward Jackson, stage name DJ Spider. So I've been DJing for about 26 years. I got certified as a wedding planner in 2015, and I've been doing weddings since 2004. My ideal wedding couple is a couple that is open to communicate their needs very clearly. Um, Obviously, someone who's looking to have fun and willing to be very clear about their expectations so that I can do my best to, make their perfect day come true. My mixing style is one of, rather simplistic. I I enjoy scratching and mixing, but for my wedding style, I don't tend to do a lot of that. I like a simple fade in, fade out, a little bit of beat overlapping, which is sound mixing one song into another, in between dance sets, and trying to keep it simple so people can enjoy the whole song. Club DJs, when I'm doing clubs, they'll chop them a little bit, but during weddings, I kind of like to let them play through because a lot of people like to sing along. My main goal as a wedding DJ is to make the day flow as expected for you. There will always be some changes, some quirks, but I do those as needed. But my main goal is to keep the focus on my couple and to basically notch off their goals throughout the day. My favorite song to open the dance floor, I don't tend to have a personal favorite. I like to go with the feel of the couple, which we talk about that during our pre-interviews before the wedding day. But some of my favorite artists to kind of open up with, to kind of move, are Bruno Mars, Black Eyed Peas, um, or maybe Pitbull, depending on the age range. And if they're older, go with something that fits their genre. My one piece of advice for any of my brides and grooms out there would be to be clear about your expectations. I do hundreds of weddings, but your wedding is unique because it's about you. So I need my couples to be comfortable enough to be clear about what they want and what they don't want so I can make the day work for you. My MC style, or my microphone style throughout the day, is I like to be fun, I like to be outgoing, but I don't try to pull the focus so much on me as I try to get the groom to focus on you. And I do that through getting to know people during cocktail hour. I walk in and talk and find out who can get the crowd riled up a little bit, find out who the close friends are. And I use that when it's my time to make announcements. I kind of point my gaze at people to kind of get some chuckles, if appropriate, or to get the room cheering and going, because you all know each other better, so I can pull the crowd in to work with me to help get that energy level up. I use that through my MC style so that the focus is on the event and the crowd and not so much centered on me. My wedding superpower is that I'm not afraid to embarrass myself for the fun of my couple. One of my favorite stories is I had a bride who was getting married close to Thanksgiving. She had a basket of turkey socks, and I ran to a dressing room, took off my socks and shoes, put on the turkey socks, and walked around barefoot during cocktail hour with a basket of turkey socks and lifted up my pant leg and showed them, hey, this is what the bride is looking for. She wants us to have fun. And it helped facilitate a lot of laughter, break the mood down so people were ready to party later. And it's what the bride wanted. So my superpower is being willing to embarrass myself for the sake of my bride and groom. My best and favorite slow dances at a wedding, I'll go with some of the classics, but I also like to get the feel from my bride and groom because everyone has a different personality, and that will come through in the songs. But there's always the classics, Amazed by Lone Star, or anything by Luther Vandross, some by Bruno Mars, but typically I will ask the bride and groom, or my couples, whoever they may be, what their feeling is, what they really like, and I go from there. My biggest pet peeve, I try to be flexible and try to put my own personal bias to the side because my job is to facilitate fun and it's not about me. But if we're going to be honest, my pet peeve would be a guest member that asks for a song that's on the do not play list from the bride and groom, and I tell them I will check with bride and groom if they want to forego their do not play list, but then that guest sneaks behind my back and goes to the bride and groom and guilts them into making me or asking me to play a song that the bride and groom really don't like, such as maybe the Chicken Dance or Cotton Eye Joe or the Electric Slide, which are all great and fun songs. But if the bride and groom don't like it, and that was specifically on the do not play list, allow me to just say no and make it about the bride and groom. You want to avoid trying to please everyone. Because if you have anywhere from 100 to 400 people in one room, you are not going to please everyone. And going back to my biggest piece of advice for brides and grooms, your wedding day is about you. Your guests are there to celebrate you. So while you want to take their wants into consideration, I believe it's a mistake to try to please everyone, because then the day becomes kind of washed out and about everyone else and not so much about what you want. My backup emergency plan, I have several, because after doing this for 26 years, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So I carry a backup computer with my software loaded on it, just in case something happens to my main computer. And yes, I've had a computer break during the ceremony, broke the screen, made it through the ceremony, had to get the backup to take care of the reception. Very glad I kept that going. If there's a power outage, depending on where I am, I do carry a battery power generator with me. That's not typical, but if the power were to go out, I keep myself calm, get prepared to talk to the crowd, and we just, play some wedding games. But my biggest backup plan is to assume that something is going to go wrong before the end of the day. I don't let it distract me, but I kind of keep myself calm and ready with extra hard drives, extra music, backup computer, because sometimes things can go wrong. DJs that have inspired my career, two that come to mind are Jazzy Jeff and Funkmaster Flex. I'm a little older, so the newer DJs are not so much my mentors, so to speak. But I like those two in particular because Jazzy Jeff has always struck me as a guy who had fun doing what he was doing. And Funkmaster Flex is one of those iconic DJs from back in the day who just elevated his craft to just not just playing music, but to be a force behind the music. And while my style might be very different, I was very much, I can't think of the word for it, but encouraged or motivated to be the best version of myself, because those were very unique and very good at what they do. My favorite wedding enhancement would have to be my uplights. I love lighting, but I like lighting to be simple and effective, and my uplights give me the ability to do solid wash or dance floor backup color, and I can put them against the wall, in the middle of the floor. I can frame out a floor. So I've done wedding venues with a big, huge floor and nothing to really frame it, and I can set my lights up to make a framework to create a dance floor inside the dance floor. So my uplights are very versatile and one of my favorite enhancements. My song request policy is no. No, I'm just kidding. I'm very open to listening to any request that may come across because I have thousands and thousands of songs on my hard drive, and listening to my crowd lets me know what vibe they're feeling or what direction they want to go. And if I see my job as to entertain them, then I can't do that to the best of my ability without accepting feedback. So, and if you give me a song that doesn't fit where I'm at right now, I jot it down, or I have a request card, and I can fit it in when I'm going. If I'm playing dance and hip hop, and they have a country song they want me to play, I'll take that country song and squeeze it in, maybe play a slow song, and come back with that. And I'll let people know, hey, it's not coming right away, but I'll get it in and they appreciate it. The top 3 wedding venues. I would have to honestly say I don't have a favorite wedding venue per se by name, but the style of wedding venues that I do enjoy, obviously I enjoy a big open dance floor, but I've been in tiny venues, I've been in very large venues. I just have to say I don't like steps, but my DJ setup is very flexible where I can spread out, where I can fit in a small corner and work without the bars. And like I said, big, wide open, nice venues. So the versatility of being able to set up kind of allows me to enjoy any kind of floor plan I'm thrown into. My personal music taste. I grew up in the hip hop era in the 80s, but my favorite music is both house and techno. So I don't DJ a lot of house and techno, but those opportunities I get to throw something into a wedding, you'll definitely see a smile on my face. Baltimore club music, some of the most fun, high energy music. And I'm getting a little old, but breakdancing was a big thing, so the house and techno was definitely a favorite back in the day. Well, it still is, but my back, I don't need to go breakdancing anymore. In my spare time, I thoroughly enjoy spending time with my children. But it's like that personal time, like that taking care of me. I enjoy going to the weight room, not so much to be that big buff burly guy, but it's more of a health conscious thing. I picked up a bass guitar this year, so I'm diving into enjoying music outside of the turntable, getting back to where the music comes from, and spending time with my girlfriend and time at church. So those personal feed your soul kind of things. I have been a DJ currently for 26 years. I started right off in the year 2000. I always find it ironic that my career took off because of the original Spider-Man movies, because I picked the name DJ Spider because those were my favorite characters. And when the promos came out for Spider-Man, you saw DJ Spider on flyers, they were advertising for me. 3 tips to focus on for couples. First and foremost, always remember the day is about you and your partner. That is always good to focus on. You don't want to negate your guests, your family, but remember when you have a tough decision to make, this is your day. Number 2, be clear about your communication and expectations for what you want for that day so that I can make that happen, or I can do my best to make that happen. Do not be afraid to let me know yes to this or no to that so that I can get that to happen. And number 3 is to make sure you eat. I can't tell you how many times I've been at the reception portion of an evening and the bride and groom are so overwhelmed trying to greet everyone and having a couple of glasses of alcohol or not, either way, and they have an empty stomach and they start to feel tired and have a difficult time enjoying the rest of the day because they haven't eaten. So I try to do my best to be their little bodyguard and remind them, hey, I need you to eat so that you can enjoy the rest of your night. And most of them appreciate that. Well, they all appreciate it. Some of them still insist on running around, I'll eat later. And then 2 hours later, I'm like, I haven't cooked things and food. You didn't eat, did you? No. So that is my advice. Take care of yourself, keep yourself first, and don't forget to eat. Well, to wrap things up, once again, I am DJ Spider. I would absolutely love to take care of your event for you and do my best to give you the best and most wonderful experience you can possibly have. And again, 26 years of experience to date, started in 2000, and absolutely love what I do. I love to see people happy, and as corny as it may be, I love love. And weddings are a great place to see it come together.